I swear, people, we have got to stop meeting in these circumstances. I'm in a car, you're at home, on a phone, on a computer, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You just keep bumping into me like this. We got to do better. We got to do better. Let's sit down for coffee sometime. All right, fam. I know you didn't expect this. Yeah, we taking it out and about with some brand new stuff. Walking vlog. What? He's not sitting in the car? I know, right? I hope you can see me. It's a little overcast. But anyway, so I'm in the SELP course, Self-Expression and Leadership, which is the next step up past the advanced course, which is the topic we're talking about today. What else did I take from the advanced course? Well, what I took away from it was the opportunity, the possibility better, of creating a better reflects to the old. So not better, but a new type of human being, and the representation of how I can be that in the world. Wow, y'all probably can't see me at all. Let me catch some of that sunlight. Here we go. What's good? All right. What I took from that is the possibility of being a better human being. And within that, I bring the potential and possibility of being loving, extraordinary, infinite, and inspirational. Now, you know me to be the Av, YOLO Av, the talking head telling you about all this great stuff in life. Being love. And I mean, this is a big foundation of what I talk about, spirituality. A Christ-like life, just to make it simple as possible. The New Testament, God is love. You know, the higher source, higher power, whatever you believe in. I find it to all just mean love. Love of acceptance of who you are, where you are, what you are, and knowing that every single one of us children of God are the exact same way. Being the possibility of being loving is something serious to me, and it's definitely a way of life that makes everything better, because who doesn't want to interact with a person who is being loved, who is loving, who shows care and concern? And being loved, so simple, just a gesture, opening a door for somebody walking by you. In the South, we call that Southern hospitality. It's just common manners, but that's still being loved. That's an expression of love. Being infinite. Infinite is what the Av is all about. You only live once, and you know what, as children of God in this life, we have the possibility to do endless things, truly endless. Being infinite to me represents acknowledging the power, the untapped potential within that can springboard you to change the world. I'm talking about the big thinkers. Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. I mean, the examples are endless. Sean Carter. I mean, when you really think about changing how people view the world, what's possible for a man, for a woman, for a father, for a mother, for black, white, Hispanic, any other color, shade, shape, and size. When you think about that infinite potential, how you can affect your world, your community, your brothers and sisters, that's a whole new way of thinking. That's what the Av is all about. YOLO. The big point I took away from the advanced course: be, do, and have. Now, what does that mean? That sounds like it could mean a lot of things. All right. Be, do, and have. What that means is that you are not what you do and what you have in this world. What you do for work, what you do in your everyday life, what you do with others around you, what you have, your car, your house, your clothes, your health, any situation in life, anything that you do or have is not you. Only thing that is truly you is who you choose to be. Who you are being is the one thing that you are in control of. Happiness does not come from what you have. Sure, you can get nice things. You can be happy with nice things. But thinking about it like the front and back of your hand, can one go where the other does not? So to elaborate on that, if I have something, I have a brand new car. Am I happy? Absolutely. But do I have control of it? Am I happy, 4 years later, when I've been making payments on it for years, when it might catch a stale smell, it doesn't smell like all that new fresh plastic and leather, when I'm replacing tires and getting the brakes fixed and maintenance is coming in, does that car make me as happy then? Well, if you're a car aficionado like myself, enthusiast, yes, absolutely. But to another degree, you get what I'm saying. I'm not as happy when I sit in that car and turn the key to crank the engine as the very first time I heard the engine roar, the very first time I sat on those supple leather seats, before the cushions started to sink in. So my happiness is not controlled by what I have. When I get a brand new house and I'm enjoying my new kingdom, my new abode, and I've got a smile ear to ear, that's awesome. But my happiness cannot be connected with that. Years down the road, as that house starts to need maintenance, the AC goes out, the pipes are leaking, there's an infestation, or you got bugs or whatever. You get my drift. What you have can't be your happiness. Okay, you may say, well, what about if you do what you love? That makes you happy. Well, an important thing to remember, people, is that what you do is important. However, what about when you're no longer doing it? Say you're an athlete, or say even like myself, I'm in IT. I love technology. Say I have an accident and become paralyzed, and I no longer have the use of my hands. Obviously, I cannot work in IT. I can't work a keyboard. I can't work a mouse. Challenges like that. If I'm an athlete and you have an accident, played football, of course, you understand injuries come along with playing football, playing sports of any kind. So when you no longer have the ability to do that thing, when you can no longer work in banking, when you can no longer work in IT, when you can no longer do something. And let's get deep, people. What about the thought of losing a child, losing a family member that you take care of? If your purpose or your happiness came from how you do something, serving others, what if you're no longer able to do parenting? What if you're no longer able to serve and help that person in need? What does that make you? I heard an interview Ronda Rousey recently with Ellen talking about her knockout fall to Holly. She said she had a thought the night after the fight in the hospital, getting stitched up and all that good stuff, or getting taken care of, where she was falling apart thinking of suicide even, because what am I? If I'm not a winner, if I'm not the champion, if I'm not doing this great thing that we've built it up to be, who am I? What am I? Do you see how, again, happiness can't go like the back of your hand? It's always got to be connected. You can't have one over here and the other over there. It's got to be the same thing. It's always got to go exact transparency. So what you are being, that's where you got be, do, have. When you are being that greatness, when you are being love, that's where you get the benefit of being in control. That's where you take a choice on what you do with the situation. So say that exact same example where I'm now crippled. I'm no longer physically fit or active. I can't do the things that I love to do. Say your house gets foreclosed, your car gets taken, you no longer have the things that you love to have. That's why your happiness can't be associated to them, because when they are gone, you are no longer that. So at that point, what can I be? I can still be love. I can be crippled in a bed. I can be by myself. I can be desolate, abandoned, stranded. I can be in a jail cell, Nelson Mandela. And I can still be love. I can be an amazing human being. I can be the person who puts a smile on somebody's face when I interact with them for 30 seconds at the gas station as I pay the charges on the pump, giving them something to smile about, asking how their day is. I can be the person of kindness that holds a door for somebody as they walk through behind me. Give them a smile. How you doing today? That's all it takes, but that's who I'm being. And if you're focused on who you are being, and that controls your happiness, that's the secret of life, man. You're in control of everything. That gives you to understand that no matter the circumstances that you have to deal with, you may have a partner who you don't always agree with. You may have a boss that gets on your ass. You may have a job that you can no longer stand. You may have bills that you don't know how you're going to pay. You may be doing something that you don't enjoy. You may be doing something that is temporary and doesn't last forever. What you can always change in those circumstances is what you choose to be. And that's what makes you happy. That's the important part. Be, do, and have. Think about it. What is the Landmark Forum offer? Some additional things that I got out of it is really, that's it. You just look them in the eye. No. I know what you're imagining, so wait a minute. Hold up. You telling me you went to this? Is there anything else you want to say?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I think you're beautiful. I think you're beautiful.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.